We look at modern skylines of steel and glass and assume we are looking at permanence. We treat a metropolis housing millions of people as an invincible, fixed point on the map. History shows us a different reality. Administrative capitals that once commanded vast empires and housed tens of thousands of people have vanished so completely that archaeologists still cannot agree on where they stood. This stone stele depicts Naram Sin, a ruler of the Akkadian Empire. Around 2300 BCE, Akkad was the thriving capital of a regional superpower. Yet, despite its wealth and political importance, its precise location is still unknown. How does a massive, densely populated center of human civilization disappear without leaving a single trace for modern archaeology to follow? Urbanization depends on a precarious trade-off between human control and environmental stability. Every lost city reveals a specific vulnerability in the way we build. Around 4500 BCE, Mesopotamia saw the birth of the first true metropolises. Settlements like Uruk and Babylon were designed to insulate the human population from the unpredictable cycles of the natural world. Two primary technologies made this insulation possible: artificial irrigation to dictate the water supply, and massive walled defenses to keep out the wild. Here, the Ishtar Gate of Babylon showcases the scale of these early urban barriers. These technologies created a controlled indoor world. Inside the gates, human survival no longer required adapting to local weather patterns or moving with the herds. This control allowed populations to explode. Scattered rural communities rapidly condensed into single, tightly packed nodes, defined by hard boundary lines. While this concentration generated immense political power, it also broke the population's direct relationship with the land they relied on for food and fuel. The very structures built to protect humans from nature turned the city into a fragile, isolated trap. By concentrating thousands of people in one spot, cities begin to overtax the surrounding ecosystem. A dense population eventually demands more water, more fuel, and more food from its surroundings. The stone walls of Great Zimbabwe show the aftermath of this imbalance. This was once a thriving capital, but resource depletion and famine forced its 18,000 inhabitants to walk away from their homes forever. In Mesoamerica, the Mayan city of Copan faced a similar crisis. A prolonged lack of local water sources eventually made the grand city uninhabitable, regardless of how much power its rulers possessed. When growth outpaces local resources, the city becomes unsustainable. Cities also face a danger in their own physical rigidity. Because urban centers are anchored in stone, even minor shifts in the local geography can be terminal. The Egyptian capital of Ichtawi was a powerful seat of government during the Middle Kingdom. It vanished because the Nile River channel naturally migrated eastward, leaving the city without its primary source of light. This process of alluviation allows river silt, sand, and clay to stack up over centuries. Thousands of years of flooding eventually bury these immobilized cities beneath meters of sediment. But high-density settlements also have no way to escape sudden catastrophes. In 373 BCE, the Greek city of Helike provided a clear example of this vulnerability. An earthquake caused the ground beneath the city to undergo liquefaction. The earth dissolved into a liquid state under the weight of the stone foundations, right before a tsunami swallowed the remains. Monumental defenses are useless against these underlying geological forces. The ruins of these civilizations show the natural world reasserting control over spaces once occupied by urban experiments. Timgad was a Roman colony with a strict grid of streets and columns. Today, the Sahara's shifting sands have moved in to cover its remains. In Mesopotamia, the mud brick structures of early empires suffered a quieter reclamation. Over millennia, the bricks simply eroded and dissolved back into the earth. We look at our modern concrete skylines as if they have escaped these historical patterns, but our cities rely on the same concentrations of demand, leaving them exposed to environmental shifts. An urban center is not a permanent triumph over nature, but a fragile negotiation with it.